Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 11th of September 2025 and later on today guys, the inflation data or the CPI data will be out in the United States of America, and because of that news guys, I'm pretty much sure the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies would be impacting. Now I cannot stress this enough guys, make sure you go out and look at information from the official source, and regarding inflation guys, Bureau of Labor Statistics is the official source. Now I'm really curious to check what the inflation data is, cause on the Bureau of Labor Statistics website guys, they do constantly provide quite a lot of information, isn't it? They provide detailed reports regarding economic data, and just few days ago they also talked about labor market conditions. But here's where it gets really tricky guys. We did actually find out that one of the chairperson of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, she was kind of indirectly responsible for data manipulation, isn't it? And President Donald Trump did actually fire her. Now it's going to be really interesting to see what data is reflected in this economic release, and I'm pretty much sure because of that the prices of Bitcoin as well as the stock market will be impacted, isn't it? And since the last few days guys, there's so much of geopolitical tension as well, because right now there's a bit of drama going on between Israel and Qatar, and right now in Nepal there is political instability as well, isn't it? So because of a lot of these things guys, I feel that the outcome of the CPI related information will definitely have a massive impact, and it is needless to say because of a lot of these things guys, the investor confidence will be impacting as well. But surprisingly guys, if you look at the ETF inflows since the last 24 hours, there is a lot of inflows particularly in the world of Bitcoin, and the crypto inflows today is at a staggering $671 million. Now what I'll do guys in today's episode, I'll go ahead and give a breakup of Bitcoin as well as Ethereum ETF, because it looks like since the last few days guys, the ETF inflows in Bitcoin has definitely been pumping up, so we'll definitely go ahead and discuss quite a lot of these things. I'll also go ahead and discuss how the inflation data is calculated, and more importantly guys, what does it actually mean for the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Now in today's episode guys, we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover as well, and I want to touch base on the possibility of Bitcoin transactions between Earth and Mars. And I believe guys, around in 2017 and 18, Blockstream successfully did actually do a transaction in space as well, isn't it? But looks like now the transactions will be taking place in Mars as well. And there are two researchers guys, that is Jose Ponte and Carlos Ponte. They're using something called as proof of transit time stamping. And with this, could it be possible to go and do transaction in space? Really interesting development, isn't it? Now what I'd really urge you to do is guys, go to Blockstream's website, and there is loads of information available as to how you can go and do that. So we'll definitely go and touch base on this news. Now the next news guys potentially could be a massive news, but I do have a bit of apprehensions regarding it. And the co-founder of Chainlink guys, that is Sergey Nazarov, he did have an interview with Decrypt, and in that interview guys, he talked quite a lot about tokenization. He also talked about decentralized finance, and he also talked about the importance of putting data on chain, and he also touched base on an idea regarding election on blockchain. And what he actually said guys is, using blockchain technology there is a possibility to go ahead and check the authenticity of election on blockchain. Now what I'll do guys, I'll go ahead and touch base on this news, but I'll go ahead and share my thoughts and opinion as to why this thing is not possible. And I'll go ahead and touch base on the blockchain trilemma problem. I'll go ahead and discuss identity and privacy conflicts. I'll also go ahead and share governance and legal hurdles regarding this. And when you talk about the political climate right now in US guys, the Democratic Party is full of hate, isn't it? And based on my understanding, they will definitely not want to have a fair elections. And more importantly guys, when you talk about blockchain technology as such, it is so important to understand open blockchain versus permission blockchain, isn't it? And so far as my understanding is concerned guys, open blockchain definitely has a lot of practical issues. So I'll go ahead and share my thoughts and opinion regarding it. But let's see guys if Chainlink is actually able to pull this thing off. And if they actually do that guys, it will be an absolutely game changer, not just for politics guys. You're essentially writing the future of human history in the world of politics, isn't it? So personally guys, I'll be really happy if they're able to pull this thing off. But nonetheless guys, in today's episode, I'll definitely go and share my thoughts and opinion regarding it. Now the next news guys is a really interesting partnership. And Binance and Franklin Templeton guys, they are working together to develop digital asset initiative and products, and I'll go and discuss the importance of this news, cause so far as Franklin Templeton is concerned guys, they are currently focusing on tokenization, and they're looking at an amount of $1.6 trillion assets under management that will be under tokenization. And when you talk about Binance guys, they are an absolute giant and the biggest cryptocurrency exchange in the world by a really long margin, isn't it? So we'll definitely go and discuss the importance of this news. So we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover guys in today's episode, and like we do in every Blockchain DXB podcast, we will be looking at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East, And both the news guys is connected to artificial intelligence. The first one is from the Emirate of Dubai and Concentrix guys. They have announced Dubai site expansion and new AI-powered features. So I'll go ahead and share more information regarding this. Now the second news guys is more connected to medical industry and 21 doctors guys. They have secured pre-seed round to build AI-powered medical infrastructure and they are focusing heavily on Saudi Arabia guys. And what I'm noticing guys is since the last few months, there's a lot of merger between medical and artificial intelligence, particularly in the Middle East, and most of the news are coming out from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So really interesting development. Now we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover guys in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Hey everyone, this episode is powered by a new sponsor that is Amana, and they are the region's first and fastest growing regulated all-in-one trading and investing app. So look guys, whether you're looking into investing in US stocks like Apple or Tesla, or mega giants like ADNOC or Starlink, Amana puts the financial markets on your fingertips. It includes gold, foreign exchange, ETFs, futures, commodities, and guess what guys? They have over 375 cryptocurrencies, and this makes them the biggest crypto selection in the region. Now for the Blockchain DXB listeners guys, if you want to go and build long-term wealth without thinking about it every day, explore Amana's pre-built auto investment plans, and all you have to do is set your monthly budget, choose your preferred asset category, and let Amana automate the investing for you. Zero fees, zero lockups, 100% customizable. And here's the thing guys, funding your account is easier than ever. You can fund your account with Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards, instant bank deposits, and even crypto wallets. No friction and no hassles. And the best part is guys, let's say if you need support, you would absolutely love Amana for this, cause they offer 24/6 human customer service, as well as a personalized sales support, real people, real help, and the customer support is in English as well as in Arabic. And for the Blockchain DXB listener and community guys, I do have something really exclusive for you. What you can do is register with Amana using the code Blockchain DXB, or you can also use the link that is in the show notes below. And here's the best part guys, once you register, fund your account with a minimum of $100 and at least go ahead and make one trade, and then you'll receive a $100 trading bonus credit to your account the following month. But look guys, it's real important to note, the bonus is non-withdrawable. It is there to help you trade and learn. So look guys, if you're looking for a transparent, powerful and easy to use app, that's Amana for you. So what are you waiting for guys? Download the app now, or you can also visit the website that is amana.app, and don't forget to use the code BlockchainDXB. And Amana guys is all markets one app. Next guys, I'm happy to announce that Blockchain DXB is the official media partner with one of the OGs in the cryptocurrency and blockchain event space, and that is Blockchain Futuristic Conference taking place in Florida this year, as well as ETH Women taking place simultaneously. And trust me guys, this is an event that you don't want to miss, isn't it? Cause for the very first time, North America's most immersive Web3 event is heading to the United States of America, and the Blockchain Futurist Conference and ETH Women event is actually taking place between the 5th and 6th of November. And the location is absolutely stunning guys. It is taking place at Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, which is in Hollywood, Florida. That's right guys, palm trees, panels, and the biggest mind in blockchain and cryptocurrency is all in one place. So there will be multi-stage panels, NFT galleries, DeFi showcases, hand-on tech demos, metaverse experiences, even outdoor VIP cabanas and quite a lot more. And the Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock guys is one of the most iconic venues in the country. So look guys, if you're in the Web3 space, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, or even artificial intelligence space, or just want to do some serious networking, this is the place that you got to be. And to all of you Blockchain DXB listeners guys, we have something really interesting for you, cause you can get a 25% off the tickets. So just use the code DXB25, and the link to the event as well as the code is in the show notes below. And as an official media partner, I'll be doing exclusive live coverage, interviews, behind the scenes access, and I will be spotlighting some of the most exciting projects shaping the future of decentralized finance tech. So if you're at the venue guys, definitely come and say hi. Maybe we can catch up for a coffee as well. So listen guys, the code is DXB25, and by using this code you will be eligible for a 25% discount. And the event is taking place between the 5th and 6th of November 2025 at the iconic Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, that is in Hollywood, Florida. And in the show notes below guys, there's all contact details for Blockchain Futuristic Conference Florida 2025, as well as ETH Women. And look guys, this is the future of blockchain technology brought into life. So don't just read about it, Be there and head to the website that is futuristconference.com and go ahead and use the code DXB25. So see you at the event. Next, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website that is www.amt.tv and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gulf Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform, check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now guys, since you're taking care of that, let's get started by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now because the CPI data will be out in the next few hours guys, looks like the investor sentiment confidence has picked up pace, and this could only mean that the CPI data is positive, isn't it? And what I mean by that is that the inflation data might actually slow down. And this means that tariffs implemented by President Donald Trump is 100% working, isn't it? Because a lot of investment is actually flowing in. Because look, since the last 6 months, if you look at inflation-related information that includes tariffs, the numbers has consistently been going down, isn't it? And this begs this question, guys. Why is Federal Chair Jerome Powell not reducing the interest rate? And based on the information, looks like he's not reducing it purely because of political reasons, isn't it? And what is really interesting to note, guys, since the last 24 hours, the crypto ETFs is also positive, and there is a staggering inflows of $671 million. And Bitcoin ETFs today accounts for $500 million, whereas Ethereum ETFs is accounting for $171 million. And since the last 24 hours, guys, the global cryptocurrency market is up by 1.40%. If you look at the total cryptocurrency market volume since the last 24 hours, to date is at a staggering $164 billion. And then, guys, what I tend to do is, I compare this matrix with the volume of stable coins, and then I also look at it with the 24-hour trading volume. And according to me, guys, it gives us a very good assessment as to which direction the prices would be heading towards. Now, based on my understanding, guys, let's say if the inflation data is down, there is a very high possibility that the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies would be bumping up. But look, whatever I'm saying is definitely not financial advice. Make sure you go and do your own research. Now let's quickly run to the volume of decentralized exchanges, because the volume, guys, is at $15.98 billion, and the total fees connected for these transactions is less than $100 million. To date is at $94.47 million, and since the last 24 hours, guys, the total value locked has picked up pace, and right now it is at $156.74 billion. Now since the last 24 hours, guys, the total value locked has increased, and to date is at $156.74 billion. And one matrix which I personally keep an eye on is the decentralized exchange, and today that number is at 44.69%. And along with that, guys, if you look at the real world assets total value locked, today it has pumped up to $15.62 billion. And later on, guys, we'll go and discuss some news regarding Franklin Templeton. And they are kind of trying to be the experts in the world of tokenization, isn't it? And they are merging with one of the leading cryptocurrency exchanges, that is Binance. So definitely keep an eye on the total value lock that is connected to real world assets. Now let's quickly run to the volume of decentralized exchanges, because since the last 24 hours, guys, it has pumped up to almost $16 billion. And Uniswap is leading the pack with $3.18 billion, followed by PancakeSwap at $2.11 billion. And Meteor, guys, is at number 3rd, but its volume is below the $1 billion mark. It is at $995.85 billion. And Pump.Fun is at number 4th with $875.28 million. And at number 5th, guys, is Humidify, and its volume is $803.05 million. Now let's quickly run to the volume of stable coins. And what I'm liking, guys, since the last 48 hours, these numbers are drastically improving, isn't it? Which just means, guys, after the CPI data is released today, a lot of these funds may be used to go and buy a lot of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? And if you look at the volume of stable coins, it is no surprise that the USDT is leading the pack, and its 24-hour volume is $134.15 billion, followed by Circle USDC at $15.03 billion, and FDUSD is at number 3rd with $6.19 billion. Now let's quickly run through the dominance, 24-hour trading volume and market cap of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And Ethereum's dominance today is pumped up to 14.08%, and Bitcoin's dominance is also marginally pumped up to 57.01%. And if you look at the 24-hour trading volume, guys, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $54.81 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is $39.78 billion. Now look, guys, I wouldn't be surprised when the inflation data is out, and when we find out that the inflation data has actually gone down, the 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin might actually cross the $100 billion mark, and who's to say maybe even Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume might actually cross the $100 billion mark, isn't it? So let's see, guys, how the market will react to the CPI related information. Now if you look at the market cap of Bitcoin today, it is at $2.27 trillion, whereas Ethereum's market cap is at $535 billion. Now every day, guys, in the Blockchain DXB podcast, I tend to look at one new matrix, isn't it? And today what I want to do is, I want to look at the top cryptocurrency spot exchanges, and it is absolutely no surprise that Binance is leading the pack. But here's the thing, guys, they are leading the pack by a really long margin. And if you look at it purely based on the spot exchanges, Binance's market cap is at $22.77 billion, Bybit is at number 2nd with $4.66 billion, and Coinbase, guys, which is the number 1 cryptocurrency exchange in US, their market cap is only at $3.09 billion. Now Orbit is at number 4th with $2.64 billion. And finally guys, OKX is at number 5th with $3.31 billion. Now guys, let's go and look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And right now the price of Bitcoin is at $114,074. And since the last 24 hours, it is up by 1.67%. So look guys, since the last 24 hours, only the price of Bitcoin is pumped up by $3,000, isn't it? Now looks like Bitcoin is definitely leading the pack among cryptocurrencies. Now what is really interesting to note guys is, yesterday in the Blockchain DXB podcast, I talked about the search results in Bitcoin. It did actually reach to 11-month low. Now according to me guys, we should definitely take it in a positive way, because it also means that a lot of people are now aware of what Bitcoin is, isn't it? And that's one of the reasons why they're actually not looking at Bitcoin. And there is also a possibility that people are now using ChatGPT and Grok to go and look more information regarding Bitcoin. And that thing being said guys, if you look at the prices of Bitcoin since the last 7 days, it is up by 3.28%, and Ethereum right now is at $4,434, and since the last 24 hours it is up by 2.42%, and since the last 24 hours it is up by 2.42%, and since the last 7 days it is up by 1.47%. Now Ripple is still below the $3 mark at $2.99, but since the last 24 hours it is up by 0.92%, and since the last 7 days it is up by 6.35%. Now later on today guys, the CPI data will be out, isn't it? And according to me guys, news such as this directly and indirectly impacts the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in a massive way. And it is needless to say guys, let's see if the inflation data will pick up pace. The prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will go down, isn't it? But I do feel that this time the inflation data will actually slow down, and there is a very high possibility because of that the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will be pumping up. Now look guys, I cannot stress this enough. The only website to go and look at the inflation data is the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and the website is www.bls.gov. And based on my understanding guys, this particular information will be out by 2 p.m. Gulf Standard Time. Now what I want to do is guys, before we go and look at other information, I want to go and share how the inflation is actually calculated. And here's what I'd really urge you to do is guys, go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics website, and when the data is out, at the bottom of the page it clearly states how the inflation data is calculated. And according to me guys, a lot of people are not aware as to how inflation is calculated, isn't it? So let me go ahead and try to explain how inflation is calculated. But mind you guys, this is purely based on information that is published by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And what they're actually claiming is that inflation is measured using CPI or Consumer Price Index. And what that essentially does is, it tracks the changes in prices paid by consumers for a set goods or services over time. And essentially guys, there are 6 parameters how they're tracking this information. The first one is selection of market basket, the second one is data collection, the third one is weighing, the fourth one is index calculation, the fifth one is inflation rate, and finally guys, the sixth one is adjustment. So let me go ahead and give out very brief information regarding this, because regarding selection of market basket guys, how it actually works is the Bureau of Labor Statistics, they define basket of goods and services that represent typical spending patterns of urban consumers, and this includes items like food, shelter, energy, transportation as well as entertainment, medical care. And when you look at the second metric or data analysis, that is data collection guys, this means that prices for these items are collected monthly from thousands of sources such as retail stores, service providers, websites and even apps. And this is done across multiple urban areas in the United States of America. And when you talk about weighing guys, what happens is, each item in the basket is assigned a weight based on importance in the average consumer budget. For example guys, housing costs have a higher weightage than entertainment, isn't it? So different sectors such as shelter, energy, medical care, they have different weightage. And regarding index calculation guys, the price changes for all items are combined using these weights, and this is done to create an overall index. And changes in this index over time guys do actually reflect how prices are increasing or decreasing, and this is how we get inflation rate guys. And essentially inflation is expressed as a percentage change in CPI over a specific period, such as let's say month over month or year over year. For example guys, let's say if CPI Consumer Price Index rises by 2.7% over 12 months, this actually indicates that on an average prices have increased by that amount. And finally guys, they also have adjustment, and the Consumer Price Index or inflation can be seasonally adjusted to remove predictable seasonal effects like holiday sales or heating costs in winter, giving a clear picture of underlying inflation trends. So essentially guys, based on the Bureau of Labor Statistics, inflation is calculated by tracking how the total cost of a representative basket of goods and services change over time. and the CPI translates these price changes in a single percentage that reflects how the purchasing power of money is changing for consumers. So let me know guys if you did actually understand this explanation. Now what I really urge you to do is guys, go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and I cannot stress this enough guys, try to look at inflation related information only from this website, cause mainstream media they got and put out a completely different and fake narrative, isn't it? And I cannot stress this enough guys, I really am curious to check what this inflation data is, cause based on the inflation data as well as other data, Federal Chair Jerome Powell will be making a decision now whether he wants to go ahead and keep the interest rate, reduce it or increase it, isn't it? And historically guys, September hasn't been the best month for Bitcoin, no? But let's see guys, if under the Trump administration September has a positive month. And since the last 48 hours the crypto inflows has increased as well, isn't it? So definitely keep an eye on the inflation related information, no? Now guys, let's go and discuss some interesting news in the world of Bitcoin. And there is a very high possibility for Bitcoin transactions between Earth and Mars, and that can be done by using something called a proof of transit timestamping. And researchers Jose Bionte and Carlos Ponte guys, they have proposed sending Bitcoin between Earth and Mars in 3 to 22 minutes. And this will be done using PoTT, that is proof of transit timestamping. And essentially guys, how it works is, it leverages NASA or Starlink's links, and along with that it also uses Lightning Network, and with each relay station stamping the transaction guys, the transactions will be successful between Earth and Mars. Now regarding PoTT, that is proof of transit timestamping guys, I'll try to go ahead and release a standalone episode as to how it actually works, cause looks like they're building on blockstream satellites and space chains ISS transaction. And PoTT also aims to make Bitcoin a neutral interplanetary currency, a vision which is supported by Elon Musk for future Mars settlement, isn't it? Now I do remember guys, roughly around 2018 or 19, Blockstream successfully did actually do a transaction in space. Now with the advent of artificial intelligence and Elon Musk's ambition to send people to Mars guys, this move definitely does not seem far-reaching, isn't it? Really interesting development. Now let's go on and talk about another news guys. And this news talks about the possibility of having elections on blockchain. Now me personally guys, I do have apprehensions regarding this, and I'll go ahead and give my reasoning for it guys, and let me know if you agree or disagree to it. But nonetheless guys, this news regarding elections on blockchain was actually mentioned by Sergey Nazarov, who's the co-founder of Chainlink. And what happened guys is he did have an interview with Decrypt, and the interview is in the show notes below, which is published on YouTube. Now in this interview guys, the main conversation was actually regarding tokenization, decentralized finance, and he also says the importance of putting data on chain, and he also talked about how the Trump administration guys is showing a positive stance regarding Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and more importantly guys, he also stressed that Trump administration is focusing on transparency, and he also said that there are future steps that could actually include election verification on blockchain. But at the same time guys, he did actually state that there are political hurdles. And according to me guys, Democrats and the extreme left-leaning ideologies will definitely not want that, isn't it? Now last week guys, the US Department of Commerce did actually go ahead and put all of the information on blockchain. But to be honest guys, the use case for that isn't that high. Because essentially what they have done is, the PDF file they put it into SHA-56, and they put the hash of that in 9 different blockchains. Now the only use case of that is, let's say if the data is manipulated, the hash output will be completely different, isn't it? And according to me guys, it does make the authorities who are uploading this information responsible for it. Other than that, I do not see any use cases of it as such. But in the interview guys, he did actually state that regarding election verification on blockchain guys, he's hoping for collaborations to expand blockchain adoption across sensitive areas of public infrastructure. Now this idea sounds really great guys, and I'm pretty much sure because of this the prices of Link would have pumped up. But look, according to me guys, having election data on blockchain does have a lot of challenges. So what I want to do is guys, I want to go ahead and share my thoughts and opinion as to why I do think it is a far-fetched idea. And I want to go ahead and touch base on 5 areas. The first and probably the most important one is the blockchain trilemma problem, that is security, scalability and decentralization. And the second one is regarding identity and privacy conflicts. The third one is regarding governance and legal hurdles. The fourth one is regarding the political climate in US right now. And there is so much of hatred that is actually displayed by Democrats, isn't it? And historically, they have never been fans of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So I'm pretty much sure they will definitely not be adopting this. And finally guys, I also want to go ahead and touch base on the practical issues, particularly regarding election verification on blockchain. Now let me know guys if you agree to my assessment or disagree to it. Now the first one I want to touch base is regarding blockchain trilemma problem. And in the blockchain world guys, we still haven't solved the blockchain trilemma problem, isn't it? That is scalability, security and decentralization. Now Now, a lot of the so-called blockchain guys, they definitely compromise on either one of them. And when you talk about US election data, guys, if you talk about scalability issue, you need to remember that US election involves 160 million voters, and running that many secure real-time transactions on public blockchain without bottlenecks is extremely unrealistic, isn't it? Even high-throughput centralized chains like Solana or Avalanche will face outages or performance issues under stress. And what about security, guys? If let's say you're going ahead and putting things on open blockchain, nation-state adversaries could go ahead and target the network, and they can even go ahead and attack validators. They can go ahead and do Sybil attacks or even a 51% attack, and that could undermine the whole use case of using blockchain for verification. And the third one, guys, is regarding decentralization. And regarding election integrity and blockchain, guys, what I feel is to be trusted, the network must be open and censorship resistant. But US authorities, particularly the Democrats, will definitely not want that. And even certain Republicans will eventually push for a permission setup. And according to me, guys, there is nothing called as permission blockchain. The other word for that, according to me, is software, isn't it? Now, the second point, guys, is regarding identity and privacy conflicts. And look, guys, elections do require both verifiable identity. And President Donald Trump only wants citizens to go ahead and have one vote, isn't it? But a lot of Democrats, particularly in California, guys, they do not even want verifications, and they want illegal people to go ahead and vote for it as well. And they want illegal immigrants to be taken as voting as well. And it is only the Democratic states and left-leaning states that are focusing on secret ballots. Cause with secret ballots, guys, no one can prove how you voted, isn't it? Now, blockchain's transparency makes this paradoxical, guys. Cause if votes are on chain, either the privacy is broken or the system relies on external identity layers that reintroduces centralization. So there is a very high possibility, guys. Let's say if there is election integrity in blockchain, a lot of the Democrats, they might be issuing verification details. And Kash Patel, guys, who's the FBI director, is investigating someone who is responsible for issuing more than 500,000 social security numbers. And where it gets really crazy is, these social security numbers were actually issued to illegal immigrants. And what is crazier is, they were actually issued by email. Really scary information, isn't it? Now, regarding election integrity, guys, some massive advocates of blockchain will actually put forward the idea regarding zero-knowledge proof. But look, guys, zero-knowledge proof is ridiculously expensive. You're talking about a cost of somewhere between $60 to $2,500 per transactions. Now imagine doing that for 160 plus million users. Not only will the cost be ridiculously expensive, guys, it also has massive complexity and untested cryptography at a national scale, isn't it? But I'm pretty much sure, guys, a lot of so-called blockchain experts will go ahead and advocate for zero-knowledge proof in the world of election integrity on blockchain. Now the third one, guys, is regarding governance and legal hurdles. And it is needless to say, guys, Democrats want a lot of illegal people to go ahead and vote, isn't it? Because a lot of these elections are controlled by the states and not the federal government. So even if President Donald Trump's administration wanted blockchain elections, extreme left-leaning states like California and New York, they will definitely go ahead and resist it. And the governor for California does not even want verifications for elections. So what will happen is, as in when the election date is closer, guys, courts would be flooded with challenges slowing down the adoption. And let's say, guys, even if this thing is passed, a lot of the extreme left-leaning states such as California and New York, guys, they might even go ahead and make illegal immigrants to legal immigrants because of voting. That's how bad some of the democratic states are, isn't it? And this also touches base on the next point, that is political climate in the US. Now we know that Republicans are definitely detractors of central bank digital currencies, isn't it? But at the same time, guys, Democrats are massive favors of central bank digital currencies, and they're definitely detractors of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And Democrats in particular, guys, they distrust everything that President Donald Trump does. And right now the political climate in US is definitely not looking good, isn't it? And according to me, guys, privacy concerns such as digital identification may make voters wary of trying identity on blockchain as well, isn't it? And finally, guys, regarding practical issues, look, when you talk about using cryptocurrencies, the user experience is absolutely horrendous, isn't it? Imagine doing this for voting process, guys. I really am not sure if the general mass would be ready for it. And this eventually will actually lead to a digital device, because millions of Americans even now lack reliable internet or digital literacy, and a blockchain user experience will definitely make them even detractors, isn't it? And what about human error coercion, guys? Because online voting is vulnerable to malware, even vote buying or intimidation at home, isn't it? So the underlying problem will not be absolutely solved. And what about auditability, guys? Let's say in an open blockchain, if someone goes in and changes the code, the entire purpose of doing election on public blockchain goes to the drain, isn't it? And then they may go back to paper ballots. That does provide a physical fallback, isn't it? So blockchain only voting offers no tangible audit trail that goes the public can actually verify. And look, as regarding blockchain, it is really important to understand if, let's say, if incorrect information is actually updated on the blockchain, that incorrect information will be immutable. So let's say, guys, let's say if the software or website or even the physical device that is used to go ahead and put the voting, if that itself is compromised or hacked, incorrect information will be uploaded on the blockchain. And because of the immutable nature, guys, that particular information will remain in the blockchain forever, isn't it? So it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, if Chainlink is actually able to solve all of these problems. And could it be possible using artificial intelligence we might come up with a new idea where AI is actually merging alongside blockchain technology? Let's see, guys, if there is a possibility for that. And look, guys, if you agree or disagree to my points, mention them in the comments below or drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Now, guys, let's go and discuss the final point. And this is connected to two giants, guys, Franklin Templeton and Binance. And they are working to develop digital asset innovation and products. And here's the thing, guys, they are partnering to develop digital asset products and connect traditional finance with blockchain. And in doing so, guys, they're aiming to boost efficiency, transparency, as well as investor access. And Franklin Templeton, guys, they are heavily focusing on tokenization. And they are focusing on a $1.6 trillion assets under management under tokenization. And one of the reasons why this news is so important is because they're actually merging with the biggest cryptocurrency exchange in the world. And Binance is known for the global trading reach and infrastructure, isn't it? As a matter of fact, guys, earlier today I also talked about the derivative numbers. And they're definitely leading all the cryptocurrency exchanges by a really long margin. And regarding this news, guys, they are focusing on faster settlement with new yield opportunities, and the goal is to accelerate blockchain adoption and scale tokenized finance. So it looks like tokenization is the next big hype, isn't it? And I'm really curious to check, guys, how long will this narrative regarding tokenization sustain? Because unlike NFTs, guys, so far as tokenization is concerned, we have giants like BlackRock and Franklin Templeton getting into the game, isn't it? So I do think that the tokenization hype will be there at least for the next few years, maybe even a decade's time or maybe even longer. So these are some macro level news, guys, on the Bitcoin blockchain and cryptocurrency world. Now let's go and look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East, and both the news, guys, are connected to artificial intelligence. And the first news is regarding Concentrix, guys. And they have announced Dubai site expansion and new AI-powered features. So let me go ahead and share more information regarding this, because they are launching a new AI-powered feature in its IXO Hero product. And this expansion reflects Concentrix' focus on innovation and superior customer experience delivery across the EMEA region. And IXO Hero, guys, is part of Intelligence Experience product suite, and the product uses the agentic AI to enhance customer interactions. And the new AI features introduce two things, guys: harmony and clarity. And harmony improves speech pattern for better clarity and engagement. And so far as clarity is concerned, it filters background noise and delivers superior audio quality. And IX Hero, guys, provides a unified service framework integrating automation, analytics, and customized interactions. And Concentrix Dubai's expansion includes expanded demo zones, immersive workshops, and private consultation rooms. And the expansion also allows businesses to experience interactive technology solutions firsthand. And IX Hero and IX Hello, guys, have helped achieve up to 80% reduction in task completion time. And they are claiming that the users have seen 10 to 20% increases in output and 20 to 40% improvement in quality and customer satisfaction. And look, as Concentrix expansion strengthens regional commitment and supports adoption of next generation technologies for digital transformation, isn't it? Definitely brilliant news. As a matter of fact, guys, the next news I'm going to be talking about is another massive news. And what I'm really liking, guys, is artificial intelligence actually has use cases. And since the last 2 months, I'm seeing so many mergers between medical industry and artificial intelligence. And the news essentially is that 21 doctors, they have secured pre-round ratio to build AI-powered medical infrastructure. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Because this company, 21 Doctors, guys, is actually founded in Jordan, but their headquarters is based in Saudi Arabia. And they were founded 3 years ago in 2022, guys. And they are focused on building a digital-first healthcare platform. And the platform, guys, leverages AI-powered tools for medical services. And they aim to create Arabic-first AI medical infrastructure as well. And the headquarters in Saudi Arabia will be serving as a hub for product development and operations. And regarding the pre-seed round, guys, it includes participation from strategic angel investors. And the mission is simple, guys. It is to accelerate digital transformation of healthcare in the Arab world. And AI tools are scalable, intelligent, and aligned with Vision 2030, isn't it? And that platform, guys, is designed to address linguistic and cultural needs of Arabic-speaking medical providers. And because of the pre-seed round, guys, the company has expressed gratitude to investors, partners, as well as early adopters in Jordan and Saudi Arabia. And they plan to expand technology and partnership across the Gulf region. And the platform is targeting intelligent, localized solutions for healthcare delivery. And look, as news such as this definitely supports Vision 2030 healthcare objectives in Saudi Arabia, isn't it? And the pre-seed funding provides foundation for regional growth and AI innovation as well. So definitely brilliant news. So these were the news, guys, on the Bitcoin blockchain cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence world from blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's kick start with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, before you go ahead and kickstart the Ask Me Anything series, I do have some really interesting announcements. The first one is an interesting partnership, and this is connected to Bitcoin events. Now look, as you know that Bitcoin is the king of all kings, isn't it? And the OGs of Bitcoin events, that is Bitcoin Inc., they have a massive event taking place in August in Hong Kong. And guess what, guys? Blockchain DXB is the official media partner for Bitcoin Asia 2025. And this particular event, guys, takes place in August in Hong Kong. And Bitcoin Asia is the region's premier Bitcoin gathering event where builders, investors, as well as investors meet. So at this event, guys, expect powerful keynotes, bold conversations, and a headlining session with none other than Eric Trump. And he will be sharing his vision for Bitcoin's long-term potential. And more importantly, he, along with a lot of Bitcoin OGs, guys, they will be talking about the role of Bitcoin in global finance. And at the Bitcoin Asia 2025 event, guys, they will be discussing Asia's massive impact on adoption. And look, as Bitcoin Asia event connects global Bitcoin communities and drives innovation across cultures and markets, from infrastructure to regulations, privacy tools to lightning development, and quite a lot more. And for you listeners of the Blockchain DXB podcast, guys, I have a cool discount code of 10% for you. And the code is pretty simple, guys. It is DXB, that is D for David, X for X-ray, and B for Bravo. And DXB is the code for Dubai as well, isn't it? So what are you waiting for, guys? In the show notes below, you'll see the registration details for Bitcoin Asia 2025. And look, guys, Hong Kong is calling. So be part of the future of Bitcoin. Now the next announcement, guys, is another big one. And this is connected to Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. And Blockchain DXB once again is the media partner for Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. Now me personally, guys, I did attend the Future Blockchain Summit going back to 2017. And the fact is, guys, it is one of the biggest, oldest, as well as boldest blockchain events in the region. And according to me, as well as a lot of advocates of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, Future Blockchain Summit as well as Fintech Search 2025 is probably the biggest event in the entire world. And this event, guys, takes place between the 12th and 15th of October at the iconic location of Dubai Harbour. So this is going to be the place where blockchain meets fintech to redefine the future of finance. So expect 250 world-class speakers, over 1,200 investors, live demos, product launches, as well as GITEX Digital Assets Forum. And all of this thing, guys, will be under one roof. So you can expect so-called Web3 pioneers to fintech leaders shaping payments, banking, insurtech, AI, as well as decentralized finance. And this particular event, guys, brings the entire ecosystem together. This is a launchpad you've been waiting for. And by attending this event, guys, you will be in a position to be in front of top venture capitals, accelerators, as well as industry leaders. And for blockchain and fintech companies, guys, this is where connection turns into partnerships and dream turns into reality. And because Blockchain DXB is the media partner for Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025, guys, in the show notes below, you'll see the registration details. And there's a hidden discount code mentioned below as well. So do one thing, guys. Click on the show notes below, get yourself registered, and see you between the 12th and 15th at Dubai Harbour at the Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by Sasha who asks, will interplanetary Bitcoin payment ever be practical? or is it just a sci-fi hype? This, to be honest, are just such an interesting question. When you talk about interplanetary itself, that right now is still a hype, isn't it? I don't think so, at least for the next few decades. Humans will be going to Mars or any other planets as such, but you never know with the latest technological development. Maybe we might be going to Mars or any other places sooner. But the question is, will Bitcoin be the practical payment? I really don't think so that would be the case. Because there might be much better alternatives to go and start making payments, isn't it? And look, Sasha, let's say if US or Russia goes and starts making this move, they would want to go and dominate that space, isn't it? So I'm pretty much sure they would definitely not want Bitcoin as such. They would want a currency that they would want to actually dominate. So as much as I like the idea of using Bitcoin in outer spaces, practically I don't think so there is any use cases for it. Right now itself we are struggling with use cases of Bitcoin for regular purchases, isn't it? So I don't see any use cases of Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrencies in outer spaces. And as I mentioned earlier, I do feel that a country that does actually take the initiative, or maybe the first country to go out and take the bold move, they would want to create a currency that they will actually go out and dominate it, isn't it? So let's say if US does actually make a move to go out and set humans in Mars, they would ideally want to back it by something with the US dollar, isn't it? Now, I'm not saying that they will be using the US dollar as such, but they might actually go ahead and create a currency that can be used in outer space. So that is my opinion on it. But look, Sach, I'm really curious to check what is the new iteration of Grok 4 and beyond. Because based on my understanding, AI can come up with newer technologies, something which we humans can't even comprehend yet. And let's see if artificial intelligence can actually come up with a new form of payment or new medium of exchange or currency. And there is a very high possibility we humans might even have not thought about it. So definitely interesting and spooky world ahead, particularly when we talk about interplanetary form of payment, isn't it? Definitely great question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything Season Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursdays we have Blockchain DXB podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the process. We look at the geopolitical news, we look at the latest technological development, we talk about recent partnerships, and then guys, we look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. We look at the latest technological development, we discuss what is going on in the world of Bitcoin and even artificial intelligence. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.